Good afternoon. Looking at the S&P at the moment, we can see that our weekly pivot is at 2915. I'll go through the day with you in a little bit. Now, the interesting thing is this pattern here. Now, we've spoke about this little triangle. Well, it's not a little triangle, it's quite a big one. But the measured objective from that little triangle, or big triangle, is 3050. Okay, so although we expect it to correct and come down a bit first, you've got to keep that in the back of your mind for the end of the year. So we're at 1st of October today. We've got October, November. Normally about mid-December it starts to taper off. Now that target is no time really. What we do to measure time is how long does it take to form. So if we look across here, you can see that February right up until May, June time. So we had like five months. Now what normally happens when you get this sort of pattern is that it will take half the time to get to the target as it did to form the pattern. That's normally what occurs. So if that's the case, we go into June, there we go, we really do have not that much longer to go before we see that target area. So I would think mid-November is where the S&P will be at its peak. So the weekly charts are overdone. They've been overdone since June. I don't see any reason for them to start to turn lower at the moment. I think although we are short of the S&P, it is for a quick flip only, and we would be looking to buy any weakness down to 2880. That would be where I would like to be going long of it. Underneath that on the weekly chart really is quite a ways away, 2810. So we'll flip over and have a look at the daily. So you see the daily, this little bit since we've had here the break point back here in June, been going up and down within this channel line, and we haven't broken out of it, to be fair. Now I said to you on the weekly 2880 because that was the weekly moving average, but if you look here you've got 2883. Now I think that if we do manage to get there, we want to be out of any short positions and into a long position. The only concern I have is this little sweetheart here, and that's coming in at 2913. So we've got that 2913 area. We have 2915 as the weekly and 2913 as the daily pivot. So it's all around that sort of congested area really. We didn't have a brilliant close on Friday, but this morning pre-market it's up. It will gap open if it stays up here. You know what these markets feel about gaps. They're not too impressed with them, and they do try to fill them at some stage. Now if we do break lower, say we can break below this area here, okay, which is around about the 2903. If we can and get below that moving average at 2901, then I think we'll be in for a bit of a surprise on the downside, and you will see that 288380. Now if we hold and we open where we are at the moment and we don't go down and fill that gap, the chances are that we're going to take out our 2940 high. Now remember what I said to you before, that the first Fibonacci extension comes in at 2943. Alright, so there's that gauge, if you like, for this week's trading. Indicators are off their overbought area. They're flattening out around neutral, all of them. and our ROC is still at this point above 0. Okay, so let's see what happens, and we'll go for it tomorrow.